The 1, 2, 3 method, you mentioned that is the one most essential thing, 2 essential and urgent things, and 3 maintenance items equals done for the day?
Yeah, that's right.
Okay. Could you give an example of what that might look like in your own life? What that 1, 2, 3
Yeah.
has looked like or might look like?
I'm going to back up just for just a second just to say, okay, this is part of the daily process.
Mm-hmm.
There's solid science behind the structure of this protocol. And nobody needs to know that, what all that research is, but it's helpful just to know that that's the case. It follows this structure. I call it the power half an hour,
Mm-hmm.
because I basically think, look, for most people, maybe everyone, including me, it's unrealistic to say, oh, take control of your whole life. But if you could take control of half an hour of your life, that will improve every other minute of the other 23 and a half hours, okay, now that's a pretty high return on effort. And there's a micro version. You can do it. The minimum I would suggest, I think you can do this well, still have a valuable experience is like 6 minutes. And that's sort of a backup, lower bound.
Mm-hmm.
But you're answering 3 questions. I mentioned them previously, but you do it on a daily basis. What, so what, now what? So that's the structure. So that every day you take that noise. So instead of it building up for days and weeks at a time, you're just spending that immediately, just getting the noise out. What's going on? Download. So what? What's the news in your life? Try to find the headline, the key. Why does this matter? What does this mean? And then the third thing, the now what, is the 1, 2, 3 method.
Mm-hmm.
What does it look like for me? Okay, the priority for the day. So I'm thinking about Saturday, priority for the day on Saturday. My niece is getting married. Clara and John, a shout out to them. And so that's the priority. And that's an obvious one, I suppose, on that day because, certain things it's already structurally built in. I still find it helpful to identify it because it helps me go, okay, that's the mission. That's the priority, singular.
Mm-hmm.
If I only do one thing today, if I only need to give my attention to one thing today, this is what I need to give attention to. Then underneath that, you have, 2 things that are essential and urgent. These, I sort of describe this as like the taxes of our life. And that was kind of literally true on Saturday, right? Like we're coming to the very end of the year. Any final financial things I need to have sorted out, retirement, taxes, anything, this would be the last day to check. So I think those were the items that were on there. Maintenance items I describe as like the laundry of our life, which can be literally the laundry. But I have a car that has one of the tires is just losing air on it. Obviously it's not a normal, simple thing, but if I don't take care of that, which doesn't mean I have to execute it, the task is schedule this or have this organized so that it's done. The 3 maintenance items per day are the things that make tomorrow a lot harder if you don't resolve them today. Your future self is always grateful that you took care of the maintenance items. And of course, this is all just a rule of thumb, this 1, 2, 3, but I've just found it so helpful. And I don't do it every day. I still wish I did. But what I notice is that when I don't do it, my day is more frenetic, more frantic. I don't have as clear sense of the day. It's not nearly as satisfying because even though I can still be productive in a kind of more forced way, you don't know if you're doing the most important thing. You don't know, yes, I have selected these things. You don't have something to come back to, going back to the plane analogy of, okay, well, all these things happened that I didn't expect to happen. Yes, that's normal, that's life. But you don't have a chance to go, okay, like coming back to the most important thing, let's work on this again. And so that's an example from this, just literally this weekend of how I would think about it. And I mean, it just allows you on the days that I've done it to enjoy the experience. And also, and I suppose maybe this is the most important benefit, is that you actually know and work on the most important thing, which, as previously stated, is actually the least likely thing to happen. And then that's of course, a very satisfying way to live. Because if you go through 2025 and you literally every day if everyone listening to this does the most important thing every day, if they did nothing else different in 2025, there's no question that would change both trajectory, and momentum. The whole velocity of the year would be different
Oh, for sure.
because of our tendency not to do the most important thing. And of course, the other things add to that sense of a more effortless approach to doing the things that matter most.